Once you've accessed Blackboard, you're able to go online and join a Blackboard Collaborate Ultra session. And you do that by going to the Tools menu. And you'll notice Blackboard Collaborate Ultra. You'll generally get an email invitation via an announcement. And once you get in, you'll see the course room. This is just a general room that we can go into. But usually I will schedule reviews as a session. You can see a session here for the week 3 review, and at the appointed time you can click on it. You're able to get in there about 10 minutes before the session starts, and that's important, especially if you anticipate having to share your screen with me in order to show me a problem that you're having. Now, if I just go into this general course room, of course you would be going in here. It's not going to let me in right now because you'll notice it doesn't start until the 24th of September at 7 p.m. So I'm just going to jump in here. It'll look exactly the same. And you'll see a bar here that says Join Course Room. So click on that, and it brings me into the classroom. It's telling me the room is empty right now, but there's a couple of things that you need to see. First off, if you're made into a presenter, that is, if you need to show me something on your computer screen, I can promote your status to being that of a presenter, in which case your microphone can be activated. And then you'll notice you can start talking, and you can speak directly with me and the rest of the class and state what your problem is. If you do need to ask a question, you can raise your hand and click it again and it drops your hand. Over here in the bottom right, we have access to a number of tools. First off, there's a chat pod, and you can ask questions here. I don't always see everything in here simply because there's a lot of chatter typically going on there at any given time. You can see a list of who's in the room, and this, the administrator can select a participant and promote them from being a participant to being a moderator or a presenter. If you're a presenter, this means that you can share content. So in the case where you needed to show me something on your screen, let's say you were using Adobe Illustrator, I'm just going to quickly jump out and launch Illustrator. And create a new file. And if you were trying to show me something at that point, you would hit the Share Content button, and it says presenters and moderators may share content. So right now I haven't been given the capacity to do that, unless of course I jump in as a moderator or presenter. At any rate, I'm going to do that. There's another thing I wanted to point out to you, and that's in the top left-hand corner. There's various tools here, including access to tutorial information and the button to leave the session. You can then rate the session, and I'm just going to skip that, and we'll jump out. Now, this time I'm going to go in as an administrator. And so again, under Tools. Just going to jump in this room and join the course room. And I just wanted to show you that when you try to share content for the very first time, particularly in your case, you'd want to show me something in Illustrator, you would click Share Application Screen. Now, it's more efficient if you just share application, and it'll give you a choice of which application window that you want to share. I'm just going to use that. It's more efficient in terms of its memory consumption. Now, you'll notice that it gives me this message. So in order to share your screen on Chrome, you need to download a special extension. And here we just say Add to Chrome. We go off and it takes us to the download page. We say Add to Chrome, Add Extension, and it's now being added in. At this stage, we need to, this is very misleading where it says try again. We just need to simply refresh this screen. So click the URL bar, hit return, and it's just going to refresh that session screen. At which point I can click the panel bar here in the bottom right, and I can share content, share application screen, just an application. You'll notice it presents me with I could share my browser window with you, or I could share my Adobe Illustrator application window. So this is probably what you would be choosing. And then you would hit share, and you'll notice now that whatever content I'm looking at inside of my Adobe Illustrator environment is being shared with the rest of the class. So when you're done, you'll notice a little button on the bottom that says Stop Sharing. And if you click Stop Sharing, that frees up the share function for somebody else to jump in and share their content if need be. And again, when we're done, I may actually give some polling to you, asking specific questions. And remember that if you need to speak, that you would have to activate the microphone. You click in the top left and simply say Leave Session. You can then rate your session and then leave.